Welcome to the Winter Yin Yoga sequence. The two pair organs associated with the season of winter are the kidneys and the urinary bladder. They are the primary organs which are responsible for moving water throughout your internal body. In today's class, we are going to be accessing a deeper flow of qi via the energetic pathways to nourish and restore your urinary bladder and kidneys. Let's first start by showing you where the meridians for these two pair organs are located within your body. The meridians for the urinary bladder start right here at your inner eyes. They travel through the forehead, over the top of the head, through the back of the neck, upper back, middle back, lower back, glutes, all down the back, the very back of the legs. And then they go to the outside of your little pinky toe. From there, the meridians go under the feet from the soles, and this is where your kidney meridians start. They do travel on the inside of your legs, through your groin, torso, sternum, and end right here, right below your collarbone. Good. So now that you know where your kidney and urinary bladder meridians are located, make sure that you have your props really close to your mat. If you don't have a bolster, blankets, pillows, whatever you need to allow for your body to melt into a deeper relaxation for the next 60 minutes. Let's relax on the back. Before we start each sequence, we start with the head and the heart on the plane, same plane with the eyes closed and the mouth closed. We use the Shavasana here to start to slow the body down. With every inhale, you're breathing into your chest, and a nice slow exhale, you feel your belly relax, fall and expand. The eyes are closed. The mouth is closed. We use this time right now to let go of the external world. We use the breath to move inside the body. We use the breath to connect the mind with the body. Every inhale, the expansion of the lungs. Every exhale, the relaxing of the belly, hips and thighs. Using the breath to calm the central nervous system down. Using the breath to stay in the present moment. Just a few more breaths here in your own time. Softening the feet, relaxing the hands, comfortable breathing. Feeling relaxed. We're going to transition into our first posture, butterfly. By doing so, we're going to bring the knees up into the chest. Good. Give them a little bit of a hug. Pull them into the sternum, roll the tailbone down. And if you can, we'll keep the eyes closed throughout the class. Let's come into a fetal position. Bring your knees to the left and the cheekbone to the left. Take a breath or two here and really feel the body heavy and melting. Using your right hand, let's push up into a seated position. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So we'll bring the soles of the feet together. And remember, if you're using legs and they're up here and there's too much tension, just let the knees relax. And if you need to put a pillow underneath the back of the knees, please do so we're not accessing muscle. Again, if you need a little pillow underneath the sit bones, so we arrive onto the frontal sit bones, please make that adjustment now. Otherwise, we're going to gently, very gently interlock the fingers around your feet. And we're going to keep the hip bones nice and anchored. Take an inhale, breathe into your chest. And exhale, start to bring your chin to your chest. Relax your head, your neck. Good. And this is your butterfly pose. We'll be here for 4 minutes. Allowing your head to feel really heavy here. The back of the head feels heavy. With your chin to your chest. Your eyes closed. So straight away you're going to feel an organic stretch between your inner thighs. So on the insides of your thighs, not only are they the meridians for your kidneys, but they're also the meridians for your spleen and your liver. Allow the knees to feel heavy, and that's going to activate a nice stretch through the inner thighs. At the same time, while your knees feel heavy, the soles of the feet begin to naturally drift apart. Allow this to happen. Allow the feet to soften. Don't pull the wrists in, soften the wrists and soften the grip. Remember, you are feeling the essence of yin, which is releasing and letting go, being still, finding the stillness, breathing in and out through your nose, and start to feel the back of the body melt. Shoulders heavy, the crown heavy, the chin touching the chest. Paying attention to the arms, elbows bent, gentle outer rotation of the arms, the wrists heavy, feeling the tops of the feet soften. And with the last minute here, an invitation to breathe a little bit deeper, staying in a position. Feeling that space between your inner thighs and your calves start to get smaller. Feeling the space between the outsides of your knees and the mat smaller. Keep breathing into your chest. Slow exhale, melting of the heart. Good. Keep breathing into the inner thighs, your last 30 seconds. Good. Just stay there and breathe into any areas of tension or resistance. For the last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you will slowly come out one vertebra at a time. Yep, use the palms, keep the chin on the chest. Good, and we're going to come up nice and slowly with the eyes closed. And then we're going to release your legs. And if you'd like to gently forward fold any way you like here. Just Gently forward fold, allowing the spine to reset here, allowing your legs to extend. And if you want to create a little bit of movement in this reset, you can always flex your feet, stretch the back of the legs. Not necessary. What's necessary is that we come out of the posture, take some time, a few breaths to then integrate. Once the body's reset, we will move into the next posture, which is really going to activate the hips. So really, it's a good time to start to think about what props you're going to be using for shoelace. So coming up out of the posture. Once the reset's complete, you'd like to keep your eyes closed, close your eyes. Otherwise, open the eyes with the prop. From butterfly, we move into shoelace. Let's start by bending your right leg. From here, placing the left leg bent up over the right knee. So right away, you're going to see there's quite a distance between your two knees, and you're going to feel it through your hips straight away. Just before we move, if this is too much for you, please keep your right leg extended. Okay? Relaxing that right foot. This is your modification, and then it's a forward fold. So coming back to your shoelace, exactly how Julie has it. Into the midline to the best of your ability without pulling in like a yang yoga practice. Before we start, if you feel like you're dumping into one side, this is where the props need to be placed underneath your sit bone. Once you're here, relax your feet, close your eyes, take an inhale, lift, and the exhale, forward fold, bringing your chin to your chest. And your third eye to your knee. If you're hunching through the shoulders, please soften the shoulders down. Allow gravity to do the work here. Already you'll start to feel some stagnant energy. Starting to feel the stagnant energy mostly through your hips and the back of the legs. I want you to stay here and breathe into any areas of tension. As you soften through your shoulder blades, please soften through the elbows and let them feel heavy. Pay attention, are you holding on to your toes? Soften the toes and no tension in your feet. I invite you to feel your 10 fingers on the mat, your wrists. If you need to extend the arms, please extend the arms. Once you've found your place where you can feel a little bit of discomfort, stay here, no moving, just breathing. The shoelace, right away you're going to feel the activation of the meridians. Also for the urinary bladder as well as the kidneys. The outside of your leg is the channel for your gallbladder. Okay, so we're just going to hold the posture and we're just going to focus on getting out of the head. So the most common thing that happens when we're in this position is the mind starts to create stories. Oh, I don't like this, it feels a little bit tight. Oh, there's a lot of discomfort. This is where the breath is absolutely necessary. The breath, the healing part of your practice. The breath, the tool to bring you back inside of the body. Find your stillness. And we just have the last 30 seconds in shoelace. Towards the end, start to deepen the inhale. And on the exhale, allow your body to melt. Take a moment one more time to relax your toes. Soften through the feet. Last few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Using your palms to gently push up, keeping your chin on your chest, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the head up last. You can keep your eyes closed if you can, and extend both legs forward. And we're going to do a bit of a roll through the heels, create some movement, flexibility through both feet. And if you feel like forward folding into a variation of Paschimottanasana, just for a little bit of a stretch in the back of the legs, please do so, but keep the back of the body, the upper body heavy. Make sure the breathing is calm and the eyes are closed. Slowly, in your own time, use your hands to push back up, and we'll move into shoelace with the left side. So we're going to bend that left leg, right leg up over the top. One side of the body is going to be more dominant than the other. So which one is easier than the other, that's always going to be the case. So once you find your sit bones grounded, adjust the props if you need to, relax your feet, soften your knees. On the inhale, lift, and on the exhale, forward fold. The momentum of a forward bend is to go forward. Allow your body to relax forward. However, pay attention to your sit bones. Stay anchored down through your hips. So creating that space by anchoring through the sit bones with the chin to the chest and the eyes closed. Keep your internal gaze between your brows. Feel the breath move through the body, just like the water, just like the kidneys in the urinary bladder move water throughout your internal body. Allow your breath to flow through. And then when you start to feel the stagnant energy, when you start to feel the tension through your hips, your thighs, the outsides of your legs, send your breath here. So allow the purification to take place. Allow the healing to take place through your breath. The stagnant energy within the internal body is usually just blockages. And the blockages in your nerves, your channels, your nadis, they constrict the movement of flowing energy to the organs that we work with in the class. So to unblock, we need to be still. We need to relax the nervous system, and we need to breathe. And that's all you have to do. And after some time, after some practices, you'll feel the body begin to shift, and where there was discomfort before, that moves and you find comfort. The last 30 seconds, an invitation always in my class to breathe deeper. Breathe, and on the exhale, feel the back of the body melt. Soften through your feet. Feel the sit bones anchored. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. You will gently push up through your shoelace one vertebra at a time. Keep the chin on the chest until you've rolled your shoulders back and bring your head up last. And then we're going to release your legs, your feet. Okay, so from here, I want you to face the palms forward and wrists back and take an inhale and just going to lift up. Stretch the front side of the body, point the toes down, and on your exhale, just come down in your own time. And again, a bit of movement through your feet. Yeah, your ankles, your toes. So the port of call for the meridians within your body start at your feet, the soles of the feet, the toes, the heels. And then they shoot up through the soles. Okay. So once you've had a bit of a reset, we're going to move into cat pulling tail. If you haven't done this one before, open the eyes and bring your eyes on Julie. She's going to lay down, and she's going to lay down on the right side of her body. Okay, let's start with long legs for the people who are new. Long legs. Relaxing on the right side of the body, and throughout the posture you'll feel anchored down with the right hip and shoulder. Gently bend your right leg back. Now that you've bent your right leg back, think about your left arm. We're going to peel the upper body open as you roll your left shoulder down and back. So we feel a bit of a twist. And you can extend, and if you can, you will gently grab onto the right foot any way that you can. If you need to place a little pillow somewhere underneath your foot, please do so. And we're not using any muscle, we're just going to relax. The left leg is relaxed as well, and we're going to extend it forward, bending the knee anywhere that you can. Okay. Keeping in mind that as soon as we find these positions and you start to activate the quad and point the toes, that's an engagement of muscle, and we're not going to do that. We're going to let the muscles melt away from the bone. If you're more advanced, you might want to extend your left leg forward and grab onto the left foot. That's an option. But if this is too demanding and it feels like a yang yoga practice, then keep the legs where they are. If you need to place something underneath your head, please do so. And we want to always keep a bit of a gentle bend so we're not actively stretching. And at any point, if this feels like it's too intense, you know that you're using muscle. Bend the knees, release your left foot, and just relax your right arm to the side. So there's no perfect way of doing this. You just need to do what feels like a bit of a discomfort, but not because you're activating muscle. So we do keep the breath flowing here, and we feel anchored through the right side of the body. As we breathe into the upper lobes of the lungs and we create space, you feel yes, beautiful, more space between your shoulder blades. Take a moment also to soften the knees, and that allows for the weight to bring the thighs down. Softening the toes, gentle grip with the fingertips, and keep that gentle organic twist through the upper body by allowing your left hip to push down and forward as the left shoulder rolls down and back. Feel the side of the right face. Feel the temple, the cheekbone heavy. And at no point in any posture should the breath be compromised. The breathing stays calm. 1 minute. 1 minute to relax and enjoy the benefits of being in your cat pulling tail posture. Breathing into here. Softening the calves, the heels. Breathing 30 seconds, stillness. More melting, more softening, more breathing. For the last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing the feet from the hands. Good. Rolling back onto your back, Shavasana position. And instead of going into a hip roll, let's just stay here. Keeping the head and the heart on the same plane for a reset. Slowly and gently moving into the left side of the body. Rolling onto the left side of your body. Extending your left arm, extending the legs. Once you feel supported with the left side of your body, keep the eyes closed. We're going to extend the left leg back, gently bend your knee. Good. And now that you're relaxed here, you're going to gently outer rotate from your hip flexor, your right arm up and back. Bending the elbow, keeping it bent so we're not actually stretching. We're going to grab onto the heel or the foot wherever you can. Again, if you need to place a little blanket underneath your foot or your feet, that's good too. If you'd like to go a little bit further, then I invite you to extend your right leg, keeping your knees always bent. And if you'd like to extend your left arm to grab onto the foot, that's always an option. It's really important with this posture in particularly that we have the props available, that we don't feel like we're lifting up. So if it feels like we're working against gravity, I can guarantee that you're engaging muscle. Please soften the muscle. Keep the joints nice and loose and soft. Moving into a nice gentle twist here. Every inhale, we're breathing into the upper lobes of the lungs. And every exhale, it's a softening and a release. Softening through your legs, your calves, soft, your heels, heavy. Softening the grip of the fingers, but keeping the wrists heavy. So let's not feel like we're pulling in and contracting, rather we're expanding and releasing and relaxing, creating more space. Nice, slow, big, deep breaths. Feel the back of the head heavy. And as you feel the back of the head, the neck heavy, soften through the shoulders and feel that space between your shoulder blade and your ear. Staying in your posture and breathing calmly, navigating the breath to any tension or resistance. Keep that flow of breath. Last 30 seconds. Really breathing deeper, more space in the body. Exhale, melting like organic hot chocolate. Again, softening the toes, relaxing the face. For the last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently releasing the feet, and then gently releasing the props and coming back into Shavasana. Nice extended arms and legs. A few breaths here. And after you've had a few breaths, let's push up onto the elbows, bend the knees, hip width apart, and just a gentle hip roll. As you bring your knees to the right, look to the left. As you bring your knees to the right, look to the left. Very good. Let the knees feel heavy. Make sure you're rolling all the way from one hip flexor into the next. Feels really good. And then coming back to the center, laying back on your back, moving into a nice easy posture. Happy baby. Let's bend the knees. You can place your arms on the insides of the legs or the outside of the legs, up to you. Wrists nice and straight. Good. And in Happy Baby for Yin, there's no rocking and rolling. Remembering the essence is still. Rather, we're going to feel the back of the body heavy and start to melt into the mat. The knees are heavy. The shoulders relax down and back. Feel the back of the head, the neck. Really good. And if you can, I invite you to energetically allow for your tailbone to roll down and back. So remember, we're not lifting, we're working with gravity. Gravity pulling the body down. As you gently roll the sacrum down to the mat. Breathe into the sternum, roll the shoulder blades down and back, and feel the weight of your legs here. Keep the breath flowing. The internal gaze between your brows. Here there are no thoughts. With the mouth closed, gently move the tongue off of the roof of the mouth, softening through the jaw. You'll feel that organic stretch through the backs of the legs, activating a deeper flow of qi through the urinary bladder meridian. The soles of the feet to the ceiling. The meridians running for the urinary bladder to the outside of your pinky toes. From the soles of the feet, the ports of call, the entry of the meridians. Starting with the kidney meridian, traveling through the insides of your legs. Keep breathing comfortably. And keep feeling the weight of your knees, your hips, your elbows, your wrists, your shoulders, and the back of the head heavy. Do you feel the distance between your inner thighs and your calves widen as the legs become heavy? Keep your stillness. Last minute. You're not too sure what fascia is. It is a protective shield which is wrapped around every nerve inside your internal body. So the fascia, the connective tissue, can't actually be stretched, but it can be manipulated and it can become malleable and pliable through holding the postures for a maximum amount of time. Last 30 seconds. Always that invitation to really connect with your breath, to access a deeper flow of chi through your meridian, especially in this posture moving into the urinary bladder. 10 seconds to melt. 3, 2, 1. Releasing the feet if you like, pulling the thighs in, pulling the legs in, and we're going to extend the arms and the legs, Shavasana position, a wall-to-wall stretch first. Yes, good, nice, wall-to-wall stretch, extend and lengthen, yes. Good, and let the breath extend the body. Do you feel that maybe some movement of energy within the palms of the hands, softening the fingers, and just allowing for that gentle outer rotation of the arms and the legs with everything that you do in your yin yoga practice. The last two postures in this sequence, we're going to move into a dragonfly. Let's start by bringing the knees into the chest. You can give yourselves a little bit of a hug, pulling the knees into the sternum, rolling the tailbone down, shoulders down. That feels good. A few breaths here. And then when you're ready, you release the legs, come into a fetal position to the right side. Yeah. Feel the right cheekbone on the floor for a couple of breaths here. Nice comforting position. And when you're ready, you'll push up with your left palm. And we'll extend the legs forward first. If you would like to use a bolster, use the bolster between your legs. Not necessarily doing the splits, but just go to a position. I invite you to keep your knees slightly bent, yeah? Back of the legs slightly bent. And if you would like to place a cushion underneath the frontal sit bones, please do so. So before we move, we want to take an inhale, lengthen. With the eyes closed, create that length, and exhale, forward fold. So the important thing about this posture is that we never flex the feet. We soften through the toes and we keep that gentle outer rotation through your legs. If you're extending your arms, please keep your elbows bent and feel that sensation of really going inward. Chin to your chest. Internal gaze between your brows. I invite you to feel the softening through the sit bones. And as you breathe into the chest, the upper lobes of the lungs, as you exhale, let the shoulders melt, the back of the head, the neck melt. And if you're a regular yogi practitioner, Ujjayi breathing every chance that you get, that breath, that rasping at the back of the throat, it brings you inside the body and out of the head. Ujjayi in Sanskrit translates in English as the victory breath. So try that. If that breathing is new to you, it is a rasping at the back of the throat, like the sound of the ocean, your internal ocean. A lot of movement in the internal body. The flow of water, purified water. Thank you to the kidneys. And let the flow of your breath purify and heal your internal body. More space, more expansion. If you feel tightness and like you're pulling through the abductor muscles, the insides of the thighs, please keep the knees a little bit more bent. If you even need to place something underneath the kneecaps, that's always an option. We have the last minute. This is the final time for you to really practice stillness and connection. Scan the body. Are you holding any tension in your toes? Soften the toes. Feel anchored down by your heels, your sit bones, your hips, heavy. The last 30 seconds, relax your belly, the belly heavy. The heart open, the shoulders relaxed, elbows relaxed. 10 seconds, palms stay open. Breathing stays calm. For the last 3, 2, 1, and you will slowly come up out of child's pose, one vertebra at a time. Keeping the eyes closed. A couple of shoulder rolls once you've reached the top. And we're going to conclude the Assonance with frog. Especially if you're new, definitely use a bolster or pillow which will be placed in the center line of your body from your pelvic floor up. My friend Julie is very flexible, and if you feel any discomfort through your knees, please move your mat around. There should be no discomfort on the joints here. Okay, so the important thing about frog is that we keep the integrity of the position with the knee-hip alignment and your heel-knee alignment, exactly like a frog. The feet out. And from here we can forward fold. Would you like a bolster or a pillow? Okay. Is that okay or more down? Okay. The bolster, really important, allowing the top of the body to melt. And just relaxing the head, the neck. And if you feel like you need to move the bolster forward and down, make that adjustment now. We will be staying here for 4 minutes. So again, once you've found your position, find your stability here. Reconnect with your breath. Close your eyes, stay inside your internal body. And feel over the time here that the hips become heavy, allowing your knees to create more distance. And that's going to right away activate a nice flow of energy through the kidney meridians. Bring your attention to your feet and soften the toes. Relax the toes. Feel the inner edge of your feet soften. And just allow the arms to feel heavy and relaxed. Straight away, you remember that you are breathing into your inner thighs, your hips, wherever you're feeling any tension or resistance. So specifically working into the kidney meridians. The kidneys, they play such a vital role in your internal body. They do have 7 functions. They control the water balance within your body. They control your blood pressure. They maintain your electrolyte levels. They activate the production of vitamin D. They also control growth and bone development. They also produce the hormone which creates your red blood cells. And the last major function that the kidneys have is that they remove waste. They remove toxicity from your system. And one of the wastes is your urine. Your urine then travels into your urinary bladder. The urinary bladder seems kind of boring after kidneys. The urinary bladder has one function, and that's to store and release urine. If you think about where your pelvic floor is, in that pelvic region, there is a muscular sac, probably the size of a pear when it's empty. So that is your urinary bladder, and it's pretty much right where your pubic bone sits. So one function compared to your kidneys, which have 7 vital functions. A lot of information, just let that information go. Just know that right now through your hold here that we are bringing more energy to what our intention was, which was to restore and to nourish the 2 pair organs associated with the season of winter. Are you breathing? Are you melting? Last minute, even less, to cultivate all that internal energy. Let the back of the head feel even heavier. Feel the space between your shoulder blades and your sit bones. Feel the glutes soften away from the bone. Feel anchored through your elbows and your knees. 30 seconds, deeper. More melting, more softening. More energy. Last few seconds, big inhale and slow exhale for 3, 2, 1. Coming out of frog, please be super mindful. Use your elbows, your knees, your palms to push up. And let's just come into tabletop position first. And let's finish off with a few rounds of cat-cow here. Beautiful alignment, Julie. Take an inhale, you roll the shoulders back. Nice and slow internal gaze lifts up. And a slow exhale, pushing the palms, knees into the floor. Scoop the sit bones, tuck the tailbone. Cat. Couple of more rounds here with the eyes closed. A bit of flexibility, mobility, moving through your spine. And the slower you go in yin, the better it is for you, the more conscious you are of your internal body. Good, let's come back to a tabletop position. We can just stay here. Bring the knees down, hips down, and prepare right now for your final Shavasana. If you have a blanket, a little blanket, if you need a little bit of a pillow underneath the backs of the knees with tight hamstrings, make sure they're close to the mat. Access whatever props you need to stay really comfortable here. Softening through the shoulder blades and breathing calmly in and out through your nose. So at the end of the class, we always will conclude with a final Shavasana, a final integration of what just happened, the final integration of all the postures, feeling the back of the body heavy. With every exhale, with every inhale, feeling the top of the body soft and light. Using this time to start to really embody the essence of yin. Stillness, slowing down, moving inward. Taking this time to contemplate in what ways can you slow down? In what ways do you feel overwhelmed or burnt out? Or ways that you overextend yourself? With every exhale, begin to release what no longer serves you. Slowing down, calm, full, deep breaths. Inviting ways that you can slow down to be more comfortable, to be more present, to be more conscious. Contemplating the ways that we can feel more love, self-love, self-care. Please stay in Shavasana as long as you choose to, contemplating and cultivating. And before you leave, remember that the better you serve yourself, the better you can then serve others. Namaste.